This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. AASHTO President Michael Lewis, Director of the Rhode Island Department of Transportation, and AASHTO board member and Commonwealth of Virginia Transportation Secretary Sean Connaughton were among a distinguished group of industry leaders providing testimony to the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee. The topic, the need to invest in America's infrastructure and preserve federal transportation funding. President Lewis focused his testimony on what will happen to the Highway Trust Fund next year without additional federal funding.
By our estimates, states will not be able to obligate any new federal highway funds in FY 2015, a drop from approximately $40 billion a year to virtually zero. In addition to allowing no new obligations, it's possible that this cash shortage could slow down federal reimbursements to states for costs already incurred and from prior obligations, leading to serious cash flow problems for the states. Simply put, a significant portion of much-needed highway and transit projects that underpin economic development and improve the quality of life in every community and congressional district, will either be delayed or canceled outright.
It is clear that for the vast majority of states, in fact 61%, the effectiveness of the highway construction programs are heavily dependent on a strong and reliable federal partner. This is a very good proxy for the importance of the federal program.
California Democratic Senator Barbara Boxer, chair of the Environment and Public Works Committee, shared her view on the path forward to a new surface transportation bill.
This is our moment in the sun or in the darkness, to be honest. Because if we fail to get a way to fund it, there is no program, because there is no room in the general fund as we face sequester. So it is. The challenge is as stark as you have posed it, Senator Whitehouse. I just believe that we can do this.
I don't think it's fair or reasonable to expect middle-class families to endure a net tax increase. And I don't agree with that, won't support that, and I don't think that is doable in terms of this Congress at all. So I think we need to look hard in the realm of the possible and put this important financing mechanism back on a sustainable course that is sustainable, that is a user fee, but that isn't a net tax increase to those middle-class families who can't afford it, particularly in a horrible economy where they endure many other cost and tax increases.
U.S. Chamber of Commerce Executive Director of Transportation and Infrastructure, Janet Kabanoki, said the nation's business community was willing to pay its fair share of the investment needed to maintain and modernize the nation's infrastructure system.
In the years through 2024, there are multiple revenue options that could work alone or in combination. But we continue to believe that the simplest, most straightforward and effective way to generate enough revenue for federal transportation programs is through increasing federal gasoline and diesel taxes. In addition, we must take full advantage of private sector capital, innovation, problem solving, and collaborations. However, public-private partnerships and other forms of private sector involvement still require revenues and do not resolve the Highway Trust Fund solvency issue.
Everyone agrees that any funding solution must win bipartisan support. And while it took years to reach that kind of consensus in Virginia, Secretary Connaughton says that's exactly what happened this year.
We were able to show to our legislature that we were not going to have enough money even to do our federal match by 2017. By taking essentially all these arguments off the table, showing that we were serious about reform, I'm going to say renewing public trust in our program, we came forward with a very, very bold program or legislative proposal this year, and that was to essentially do away with the gas tax, move over to a revenue source that we see growing in Virginia, that's a sales tax. The bottom line is that this will mean about $1.5 billion a year more to our transportation modes in Virginia. That's everything from highways to transit to our airports to our ports and to passenger rail.
Watch the testimony in its entirety at cspan.org. And finally this week, the Faces of Transportation competition, sponsored by AASHTO, announced that 2 spectacular photographs taken of workers atop the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge won the competition's grand prize and the People's Choice Awards. See the winning images and learn about the photographers at www.facesoftransportation.org. That's our Transportation TV News Update. Thanks for watching.